Hi, dance friends. Thank you for joining me today for this week's technique tip. This week we're going into not a specific movement, but a technique for an entire family of movements because there are many ways to do this that could cause long-term injury. And I know because I used to do it in ways that caused me long-term injury. I'm talking about twisting movements and how we need to involve our feet when we twist. If we aren't involving our feet when we're twisting our hips, we are effectively twisting through our knees. And our knees were not built for that. So let's talk about what we do with our feet when we twist. I'm going to begin with both of my feet flat on the floor and close together, toes pointing forward. If you have a natural turnout, it's okay to play with that too. Just make sure that when you bend your knees, that your knees track over your toes. Our hips, knees, ankles, and toes, all of the joints of the lower body, prefer to be in alignment. Now, it is true that you can turn out in the hip without doing any twisting in either of your knees. However, if we twist in, then what we are doing is putting extra stress on the standing leg's knee. So the foot that stayed straight ahead, there is now a small twist happening in there. And it might not seem like that's a big deal because it's a little tiny twist. But if we sustain it and repeat it and habitually dance like that, we are eventually going to cause ourselves injury to those knees. So for our longevity of dancing and for our own pain levels, inflammation levels, whatever you want to call it, for our own knee safety, here's what we want to do to twist in the hips. I want you to bring one heel off the floor. So I just brought my right heel off the floor. And we're just going to do this in small increments to start. Press into the ball of the right foot and then try to turn the left foot out while putting that pressure in there, and you'll start to feel what's happening there. Press back into the right and bring your left foot back, and try that on the other side. So lifting your left heel off the floor, right foot is forward. Press into the ball of the left foot, pivot on the right heel to turn the hip out and return it. So in order to do that, you have to have pressure into the ball of the foot that has the heel up. Now we're going to take it a little bit further. In that instance, I kept this set of toes forward while I turned this set of toes out, which we already established is something that our hips can do. Now if you notice, my hips began to start facing the corner when I did this because they want to follow that foot that moved. So in order to really do some great hip work and get nice big twists, we want to try to keep those feet parallel. I'm going to bring that right heel, off the floor. And now when I pivot, I'm going to also pivot on the ball of this right foot, the heel of the left foot, and I'm going to take everything to the corner. And now you see my foot position has changed a little. Now my right foot is slightly behind my left, and that's fine. I didn't move either foot. I just pivoted in place. I'm going to come back to the front and switch sides. Now I'm going to press into the ball of the left foot, and I'm going to pivot the toes and the hips over to the right. Boom. Now I'm keeping my shoulders facing square to the front because that's what makes this a hip twist. I could carry my whole body to the corner, but now we don't have a twist anymore. We just took our whole body to the corner. So if we want this to be a hip twist, we want to keep all of this nice and still. I'm going to go again over here and twist. Hip twist forward. I pivoted through the feet. All my toes are pointing in the same direction as my hip, and my shoulders are still as flat to my audience as possible, and I'm still looking forward. I'm going to bring it back, switch, twist, bring it back, switch, twist, bring it back, switch, twist, bring it back, switch. So this practice, this little thing I'm doing right here, is something I very much recommend practicing for twist movements. And I'm not making it about the hip right now, but this is going to lead us to some bigger and better things. So if we want to do a front to back hip arc, for example, and I want this hip to come up and over, that's a twist. And so you'll watch my feet up and over, drop forward, up and over, drop back. Took my feet with me. If I want to do a flat figure 8, the feet are actually going to stay flat for this one, but I'm going to twist. My hips are going this way. Even though I'm sending this hip out here, the toes are going to go with the hip plane. And I'm going to take it to the back. Toes come with me. Push to the corner. Take it back. Toes come with me. Same thing also in our swivel step, what some people also like to call an Egyptian step. Instead of turning the toes in, hip up, release, step, we're going to pivot both feet, release it, step, and pivot, bring it back, step. So that toe pivot to drive our hip twists is what's going to keep everything nice and safe. So now we're going to put some music on, and we're only going to practice that, just pivoting through the feet as a vehicle for making the hips twist. So I'm going to begin with my right heel off the floor. I'm just going to start with that little turn out to practice. Press into the right foot, turn the left foot out, and bring it back. We're going to repeat this side a few times. Turn the left foot out. So right now I'm not turning the right foot at all. Turn the left foot out, but you can already see that my hips want to go to the corner with my left foot. Let's try the other side. Twist it out and bring it back. And out. Left foot is staying completely still, turning on the heel of the right foot. And back in. And twist and bring it back in. Switch sides. Now we're going to go ahead and take all the toes to the corner. Shoulders down, nice and slow to start, repeating one side. We go twist and bring it back. Feet parallel, right heel still off the floor. Twist and bring it back. Keep your shoulders to the front. Twist and bring it back. And twist and bring it back and switch. Same speed, other side. Pressing into the ball of the left foot to ease up on the right so that you can pivot on that heel to get all those toes going to our right corner. One more here. Twist and bring it back and shift. We're going to go twist, bring it back. Keep going the same direction, just a little faster. Twist, bring it back. Twist, bring it back. 4 more. 3, 2, and 1, and switch sides. Go to the right. Left heel is up. You're pressing into the ball of the left foot. Twist, bring it back. Twist, bring it back. Twist, bring it back. Twist, bring it back. Little moment. Now we're going to alternate our twists. So we're going to twist, bring it back on one side, then twist, bring it back on the other side, which means we're going to be switching which heel is up, which heel is down. All right? Starting with the right heel up, we're going to go to the left first. We go. Twist, bring it back, switch. Twist, bring it back, switch. Twist, bring it back, switch. Twist, bring it back and switch. Twist, bring it back, switch. Twist, bring it back, switch. Twist, bring it back, switch. Twist, bring it back and switch. A few more. Okay, here's our last 4. Twist, bring it back, switch, twist, bring it back, switch, last ones, and back to the right, bring it back, and release. All right, thank you so much for joining me today with that. Practice those twists in your other hip twisting movements as you go along with your own dance. Please come back for more of our technique tips, and like and subscribe if you you had fun today. I put one of these out every week.